Welcome back to Alchemist Angel Tarot 444. This is for the sign of Cancer. So I'm going to be doing this a little bit differently than the weeks prior. We're going to be doing your past person, your energy, their energy, and both subjects a perspective on the relationship. So they could maybe be blaming you in some sense or some form. It's just their perspective. I'm not saying that it is the truth. It's just your person's perspective, your past person. Same thing goes with you and your energy. And we'll look at how your perspective towards them was and what the issues were here, whether you're healed, unhealed, or even still dealing with this person. In some cases, people will still be dealing with the person and they will go into their present energy, because the next one will be your energy and the present energy. So whoever you are dealing with now, presently, and if you're not dealing with anybody, it would be the person that's coming towards you now. So I could maybe pull a timeline about when about to expect this person sometimes. However, we're going to look at the same things, like how you met this person, what they're here to teach you, what the energies are like, how they feel about you, how you feel about them. And certain circumstances can even pop up, like how you met them, or if you knew them through family or they were a childhood friend, if this is going to be a soulmate connection or something, or even somebody that is still from your past that you're still dealing with. Sometimes people are still unhealed and they're not going to be dealing with anybody. And if that's for the majority of the collective, it will come through like that. So if I say, no, I feel like you're doing a lot of isolating and you're in hermit mode, I really don't see anybody coming into your life anytime soon. If there is, it won't be until, much further down the road, because we'll go into what it is that you need to be healing and what kind of traumas you've been through, if those pop up. So either way, we're going to do your past person, your perspective on them, their perspective on you, and your new person, or the person that's coming into your life currently. We'll do your perspective and their perspective, same thing. So we're going to start here with you, Cancer, and we'll start with a little prayer and get this started. These will be for your energy, and these cards will be for the past person and the new person. Okay. Let's take a look at Cancer's energy here. Say a little prayer. I'm going to start with the protection prayer. Please protect my viewers and myself from anybody who has any ill will against us. All we have here is love and light. Please, all negative energies, go away. Please, Mother, Father, help me to see in the utmost clarity for Cancer's past person, their perspective, the trauma, and what needs to be healed here. Also, Cancer's perspective towards this person, and any lessons that have been learned here. Moving on into the reading, we're going to look at Cancer and their newest person and their perspectives on each other, the situation, and any other details that you think are very important for me to let the Cancer know. This is for Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Venus signs, please. In Jesus' name, amen. Sorry, I'm thirsty. All right, Cancer. I'm going to shuffle a couple more times. This is for Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Venus. Past person versus new person. Let's go ahead and take a look at your energy and how you perceive this situation. Oops. Too many. 4 cards for Cancer. First thing we have is the 3 of Swords in reverse. So the Judgment card in reverse. The Ace of Cups in reverse. Whew. A lot of pain here. I'm going to be honest with you, Cancer. A lot of betrayal, a lot of pain in this energy. A lot of blaming, a lot of hurt. A lot of finality here. Then we have the Two of Swords in the reverse. So, with your past relationship, I really feel here that you felt, or they felt, I really feel this is you felt this person would do anything to win at any cost. No matter how much betrayal, no matter how much hurt, no matter how many lies, secrets, or deception, this person would still want to be in the relationship with you to the point where you almost lost your identity in this relationship. Three Swords in reverse. It took you a long time to start to begin to even find your identity again and to start to heal. I think that if you have healed, you're just starting to heal from this, because this is a very devastating energy. If you see the picture, I don't know if you can see the picture or not, but like you felt like this person would do anything, they would betray you in any way. You had no trust for this person at all. But at the same time, they do anything almost to keep you as well, no matter what kind of manipulation that was. And I really felt that you were determined to try to stick this out for whatever reason, to each their own. Okay. You could have been married to this person. We have the Judgment here in reverse. And I really feel like there's some finality here because it is in the reverse. There could have been things that happened that had negative impacts on you for your rest of your life. It could have been some kind of judgment towards you by your family. They look at you differently now because of things that had happened in the relationship. It could have been something that psychologically damaged you, like literally traumatized you to the point of you'll never quite be the same from this. And you look at relationships in a total different perspective, or women or men, because of the trauma that you endured during this relationship. Or I really feel like it could have even affected you to the point where if some people had religion at one point in time, they may have even given up on their God and their religions. They may have given up on themselves, or even in the idea of love. Some of you may have divorced this person or are divorcing this person because there may have been a marriage here. At one point in time, there clearly had to have been some kind of love in this situation, but it's been a long time since there's been any love in this situation. And I really feel this was a relationship based upon, like, whether it be because you're so religious that your family didn't believe in divorce, so you didn't feel like you could divorce this person, because you had children in this dynamic and you didn't want to leave because of the children, whether it be because you felt that you couldn't leave because you were financially reliant on this person and you had seen no other way out, and so you just continued to stay in it because you were comfortable yet you were miserable. I just really feel like the love here had been gone for a long time. If there ever was any real, serious, deep emotion here, I think it may have been for the idea of the relationship and not actually the person. I really feel like that one or both of you is like literally emotionally, like there's an emotional void there that like somebody here can't get in touch with their actual feelings, whether because they feel too much and they don't know how to process their feelings and their emotions properly, and they just lash out and act what we would call crazy, or what society might perceive as crazy, because they're emotionally volatile and they weren't taught to how to understand and direct their emotions in a better behavior or patterns because of the way they were raised, or because if somebody's just completely emotionally disconnected and cold and that's just the way they've always been. This could be either or. This could be you like this, or your person like this, or one or both of you. But however, there's a lot of emotional volatileness. So like if there was ever emotion for one person, they were very volatile. They didn't know how to handle their emotions. Their emotions got them overamped or got them overly reactive. And I think the other person knew that and kind of fed on that. So in some way, like they knew that how to poke at you and turn you into this monster, because they knew that they could do that because they were not emotionally as how do you say it? they weren't emotionally as involved. They didn't have a lot of emotions for the situation as you did, or they had a lot more control, and everything was more analytical and with thought. They thought their way through this relationship, where you felt your way through this relationship. If that makes any sense. And so therefore, it was easy to manipulate, and you were very vulnerable, and you could easily be triggered to react a certain way and become the bad guy. And I feel like that you felt that way. Like you felt like this person knew exactly what to do to make you react, so that you were always viewed as the bad guy in this relationship, even though you didn't feel like that. In fact, you felt very victimized emotionally, and you felt that they were very cold. But the love there is, I don't really feel like there is any kind of love there. It's not, it's definitely not mutual. I don't feel that you have any true emotions for this person anymore at all. And whether they were to still be alive or pass away, you could really feel nothing either way at this point. With the Two of Swords in the reverse, I really feel that it came to a point where you weren't really given a choice. Like the situation forced you to move forward and to leave this behind and let this go for whatever reason, like whether it be because um, the law got involved, or because you emotionally, mentally could not take this relationship anymore. It was literally causing you to become physically ill, or physically breaking down. Like it was started to affect your work life and your friendships and your and every aspect and dynamic of your life. You just literally couldn't take it anymore. So it wasn't a choice anymore whether you stayed in this. Could have been a restraining order on one or both of you. It could have been that the relationship became so toxic that it was like it forced you out of this relationship, because you would have stayed. I feel like you would have stayed in this miserableness for whatever reasons that you had, um, just to try to see it through. But it came to a certain point where you had no longer had a choice. You had to step away from this relationship. It was forced on you by the universe, and it was meant to be that way. So let's go into your person's energy, past person's energy for Cancer. Ooh, that was a mouthful. That was a heavy energy too, let me tell you. So Cancer. Some of you could have been forced apart by the universe in some way or two, taken away. Like one of you could have ended up in the military and out war for a long time, and or just like overseas for a long time, and you just drifted apart, and the emotions became non-existent. So it could have been a situation like that too, or one of you could have ended up incarcerated for a long period of time for behaviors that they wouldn't change, and the emotions faded away, and the lies and manipulations just stayed, and you had to let this go. There was no choice in it anymore. Okay, so for your person's energy so far, we have the Ten of Wands in the sideways position, the Chariot, which is Cancer's card, that's your card, in the upright. Let's see, 2 more cards, please, universe, for the Cancers. Okay, so they are feeling some sense of loss here. And I believe it's because this has been something that either you or they have thought that was a possibility, like you actually leaving or them actually leaving. But I don't think that this was something that they actually expected to be long term or forever. Okay, I really feel your person seeing, yeah, Cancer always threatens to leave, or Cancer says this or that, or I kind of been able to come and go as I please, and Cancer always takes me back. But it feels to me that there's some kind of finality in this with the Chariot, which is Cancer's card, underneath the Judgment card here in the reverse. So it really feels to me that you've decided to leave this relationship in the past and keep it there, where they still have a lot of emotions here attached to you, or attached to the idea of you coming back. So I think it kind of took them by surprise, Cancer, when you said, this is my opportunity, this is my chance, the universe is forcing me to separate myself from this situation, I'm going to take it and run with it. And you actually took that seriously and made life-changing decisions after removing yourself from the situation, or being removed from the situation. This could be somebody you have children with. They see themselves as a mother who takes on a lot of responsibility. They feel like you may not share this responsibility equally. They also may feel that you guys have some kind of a psychic connection in some way. Some of you had children with other people while in the relationship. Just saying if it's your story, take it. If it's not, it's not. But some of you may have been married to somebody and had children outside of the relationship, or children before you had gotten into this relationship with them and they had become attached to your children. Something here about extended children dynamics, so other fathers or mothers involved. Okay, they seen you as somebody who's very abundant, but for whatever reason, they did not feel a connection with you on a emotional level, but there was like some kind of a spiritual connection, like some kind of a, even if it was just like mental head games and just knowing you so well that they could literally manipulate you because they had children with you and they knew that you would do what they wanted you to do because they had that authority. They had that over you. They knew that you would sacrifice because you had the children, especially if it was like your children, my children, our children. It was just it was a lot. You took the family dynamic very seriously, and they knew that, and they had that on you because they didn't take it as seriously, and they could kind of just play their games and come and go as they kind of pleased, and they liked that. Honestly, they had you by the the kahunas or the by your So I gotta say that's a very manipulative energy. Personally, I feel. But at the same time, they didn't see that they were doing anything wrong because they felt like you weren't emotionally invested in them anyways. So like if they don't love me anyways and you're just here for the kids, and I might as well just treat you like a doormat anyways because you don't really care. And if you do really care, I'm going to try to see how much you care, and I'm going to try to draw an emotion out of you or a reaction out of you. So this person could have done things intentionally just to see if you would react or see if you cared. And that's really unhealthy, but I really feel they did that a lot. A lot of them seen you as somebody who did a lot within the relationship. Like you juggled a lot. You did a lot of the parenting, and then you did a lot of working, and you never left no time for them. They seen you as somebody who just, it was all about the kids or all about your other activities, but they really didn't feel that you ever really focused on them. Especially when in the very beginning of the relationship, you may have showered this person with a lot of attention, or took really good care of them in some ways or forms, and spoiled them a lot, especially with money or with attention, abundance of some sort. And then that kind of faded out for whatever reason. They don't feel that they deserve that. You may feel otherwise. You may feel that, yeah, this person did something, juggled me, or started treating our children differently, my children differently than their children. Something major here changed your perspective or their perspective towards this relationship. So there was a sudden change here, especially after a child was born or something like that. There was some serious changes here within the dynamic, and a lot of the disrespect started then. Cancer, you stopped really wanting to put into this relationship the same, and they seen that, and though it bothered them, they didn't really express that. Instead, they just tried to convince themselves that you still cared the same by getting you to react, whether that meant trying to get you pissed off or just little manipulative things like that. But they see you, Cancer, as somebody who stopped caring, so they felt that they had every right to do whatever they wanted anyways, because Cancer didn't really care about them anymore. Cancer only cared about the children or the image of being a family or something like that. So I feel like there is a finality to this, though it may be something that's still lingering in your energy. I really feel for you. Emotionally, you've disconnected from this situation, except for obviously for family, extended family, children dynamic. But even there, I still feel like there's still a coldness here or a disconnect here that you've been forced to make. With this Ten of Wands in the sideways position, it is something you're still battling with, something you're still dealing with. But no matter what, Cancer, I feel you've chosen to move away from the situation, and I don't see you looking back. I know that obviously there's some hurt or pain, and they know that too for the situation, and I don't feel like it's for them, but for the losses that you've had to make, whether it be sacrifices you made in career, sacrifices you made with your own children, sacrifices you made in like giving up the home or finances or something like that. But there was a lot of sacrifice here. I don't really feel it was like an emotional for you anymore. For them, I feel like it's just starting to hit them, or they're just starting to realize that they've lost their control over you, and it is affecting them on an emotional level, and especially on their confidence and their psyche. They don't know how to get this back. They like being in control, and they feel like they've lost complete control over you. And I don't think that they're dealing with it the best way. They may even be keeping your children from you, or threatening to take you to court and take some of your money because of it. But really, they just want to control you, Cancer. I really feel that way. If you give them back control, they'd let go and drop all this. But I don't see that happening. Let's go into Cancer's new person and new energy, if there is one. Got the Justice card. Could be a Libra. Cancer's energy, though, here. So Justice. You're looking for justice in a situation, Cancer. You have a new energy coming in that's very equal. Very balanced give and take here. At least that's the way you perceive it. Knight of Swords. So communication may be an issue here. You may not feel like you can communicate well with this person, or you may feel like they don't listen or they don't talk enough to you, but you still feel the desire to continue moving forward with some kind of a new relationship and a new energy here. You might have just kind of been blindly walked into this. It just may have just happened suddenly for you, but it feels right. So it feels like this is exactly what I deserve kind of energy. But I do see something here about communication, whether it be communication, like maybe your family's not communicating with you because they don't agree with your decisions, or whether you just have a hard time communicating with this person. But it does seem like there's a communication blockage here, just slightly. Let's keep going. Cancer's energy for their new situation. Could be dealing with a Libra, like I said. Could be an air sign, Gemini, Aquarius, Libra. If you haven't met this person yet, Cancer, they will be coming into your life, but I really feel like this is somebody a lot of you have been dealing with for a minute or a while. There is something here that feels like a burden, whether it be something from your past that's still lingering in your energy, or something you have a fear here that you haven't quite communicated with this person about. A fear of them up and leaving, betraying, or just not, or this relationship just ending suddenly as it began. You have a fear that it may end. And though you want to talk to this person, you don't know how that they will take the conversation. So you've hold yourself back from having this conversation. Maybe you're still unclear about what it is you're afraid of, or what it is you want to say, or how you want to approach it. But I also feel that there's a fear that this person may not receive your communication the way you're hoping, or the way that maybe you think that they should. Not so open-minded towards it, and may be a little bit guarded, or just feel attacked in some way. And you don't want that. Maybe especially if this is something new for you, a new energy, new relationship. You're not trying to cause any big waves yet, but there is a desire here to communicate. I'm being told to pull one more card. And I'm going to need some clarity right here. Sorry. I usually do 4, but I got to listen to my spirit guides too. One more card, please. There it is. And this would be... Oh, the Magician in reverse. So you're just hoping, with this energy right here, you're just hoping that this is not too good to be true. This is an energy of like, I hope this is not too good to be true. I hope that outside influences don't come and disturb what we have and ruin it. I hope that people aren't trying to, I hope this person's not going to trick me and just tell me everything I want to hear and show me everything I ever wanted, and then just suddenly up and leave me. I hope that they are the person that I truly see them to be, and not somebody who ends up being a false or fake soulmate. Because I see perceiving them as a soulmate as something that you deserve and desired for a long time. But you're scared still. There's a fear here of betrayal. There's fear here that this is too good to be true. And that is in your energy. And that does come from past trauma as well, which we all have. So you may need to work through some of that. I don't think you did a lot of healing in between one relationship and the next. And if you have ended one relationship and you're considering going into another, you might want to take a little bit of time if you haven't already met this person. If not, then you and this person may both need to do some counseling or just really, really work on your communication skills in order to work through these traumas. Okay. Your person sees you as somebody they're very attracted to. This new person is a very, very attractive person themselves. They're very, very attracted to you. They're very spontaneous, outgoing for the most part, creative, fun to be around, and they perceive you to be the same way, but a little more grounded. They see you as somebody who's a little more logical, a little more grounded, and you see them as somebody who's just very unique and eccentric in their own right, but very attractive. Could be a fire sign for some of you. Could be a Gemini here with the Magician, or a Virgo. Could be a Sagittarius with the Temperance. This person believes that you bring them balance. You've brought a lot more options into their life. They feel very fortunate to have you in their energy. They feel that you were everything that they manifested or wished for. Where your fear is here that this person has a mask on and they see you as a wish fulfillment or a dream come true. And they believe that you brought not only just abundance into their life, but they feel that they may have manifested you in some sort of way too, but not like in a I put a spell on you kind of way. But I feel like maybe you fear that they may have put a spell on you in some kind of way, which is kind of funny. Not funny for everybody, but it's kind of funny. Could be an Aquarius here, Taurus, Scorpio. But this person also may have some fears in the back of their mind that you may decide to move forward without them, or that you may find a better option. They may have some insecurities, though you are very attracted to them, and they seem to be a very attractive person. They have a fear that you may find other options or better options, and they are a little insecure. I'm going to be honest with you. They may not project this or show this to you outwardly, but they do have some insecurities. They feel like this was divine timing, like this was meant to be, like this, you guys met at the perfect time. This was always like set in the stars, like this was always meant to be just this way. That's how they feel. They do have there is some doubts or some insecurities here about like, is this too good to be true? Where's the longevity of this relationship heading? What's next? And I feel like there is something about the speed of this relationship. Like maybe it happens super, super fast and things seem to be going forward really, really fast. I have to get one more card here about this Wheel of Fortune. But they feel very lucky to have you in their life. They feel like you're a blessing. They feel like this is divine timing, that you're a soulmate. You're everything they ever wanted. They feel like they maybe have even manifested you. And I feel like you felt like as if you just got lucky. Like if this person really is what they appear to be, you just feel like you got super lucky. Well, they feel like they more or less created the situation. It's so funny. So there is a fear here this person may have about clarity or honesty. Like they may feel that there's something that may come to light that you haven't told them. They do worry that you may have lied or been disillusioned about your past, or something to do with your past or the future of this relationship. They may feel that you are a little bit like you perceive things only in the way in your side or perspective of things, and that you don't completely give full truths about everything. They have a little bit of a fear here that you only see your perspective, you only see your side, and that you feel you're always right. And that's not necessarily wrong, but they do worry that you're very closed-minded. Closed-minded in the ideas of that maybe you have some healing to do, or maybe that you have some things that need to be changed. They worry that you are set in your ways and that it will stunt the growth of the relationship. And that is their only concern with this dynamic. Other than that, they feel like this There's no way that this can't be perfect. However, I really feel like there is something that's gonna a situation or something from the past or the future that's gonna come about that you both are gonna have to be really really clear with each other about. If there's any room for doubt about this conversation or this topic that gets brought up, and you'll know what it is because it'll be something that's very serious, and both of you may be thinking that you need to bring this topic up. Okay, it could be about persons from the past or about your future and where the seriousness of this relationship and where it's headed. This person feels that they're afraid, like not afraid, but they feel like they can't communicate, where you feel like they don't communicate. Sometimes they feel like you're stuck in your ways and you're closed-minded about your ideas or perspectives on life. And I feel that you may feel because you're usually right, that you are that way. But I don't feel that you think you're as closed-minded as they perceive you to be. So you may think they have a communication issue, but they perceive you to be closed-minded, and it makes it difficult for them to open up or communicate with you. But there will be something very soon that happens in this relationship, if this hasn't already happened, that needs to be communicated clearly, and both people need to be thoughtful about their responses, because this could literally, the relationship could be hanging on this conversation and how the both of these people respond to it. The whole entire relationship could hang on this very one conversation and how you both respond to each other and respect each other's opinions and feelings. So that's what I have for you, Cancer. Don't forget to make sure that you are opening up emotionally. Make sure you are working on your healing and allow other perspectives and ideas to be entertained. Don't be so closed-minded, and I wish you the best and luck in life. All right. Thank you.